Sheldon's last roommate tried to warn you off?
For all I knew, he was the crazy one. He had this really deranged look.
Well, yeah, you've been living with Sheldon.
Sure, it makes sense now.
Okay, and after all that, you just moved in?
No, I didn't just...
The original Big Bang Theory pilot featured a very different character for Penny, portrayed by Amanda Walsh as Katie. Unlike the eventual Penny, Kaley Cuoco, Katie was more harsh and antagonistic toward Leonard and Sheldon, which led to her character being scrapped after test screenings. While Katie was a homeless woman who moved in with the boys out of necessity, Penny in the final version of the show was a more likable, independent character with dreams of becoming an actress. Despite their differences, both characters shared a similar backstory, including a recent breakup. Ultimately, Penny's more supportive and friendly personality helped her form lasting friendships with the main characters, contributing to her role as the audience surrogate in the series. It's hard to imagine The Big Bang Theory without Cuoco's Penny, whose character arc showed the most growth throughout the show's 12-season run. The Big Bang Theory's original currency was very different, and worse. The original Penny in The Big Bang Theory was a very different character, but he never made it past the unaired pilot. Kaley Cuoco played the series' only main female character in its first 3 years, starring alongside Jim Parsons, Sheldon, Johnny Galecki, Leonard, Simon Helberg, Howard, and Kunal Nair, Raj. Only in Season 4 did the show bring in Melissa Rauch's Bernadette and Mayim Bialik's Amy, which not only expanded the cast of The Big Bang Theory but also increased female representation on the sitcom. However, Penny appears since the first episode in 2007. Before The Big Bang Theory and the official premiere of its unaired pilot had a significantly different cast of characters besides Leonard and Sheldon. Penny, Raj, and Howard are missing, and in their place are 2 other female characters. Gilda, played by Iris Barr, resembles Sarah Gilbert's Leslie Winkle, and Katie, played by Amanda Walsh, is undoubtedly the original incarnation of what would be Cuoco's character. Creators Bill Prady and Chuck Lorre decided to scrap Walsh's role after her character received a negative response from audiences during test screenings. The Big Bang Theory's original currency explained. Katie was played by Amanda Walsh. The non-airline pilot The Big Bang Theory shares several similarities with the show's eventual pilot episode, including Leonard and Sheldon at the sperm bank, them meeting a beautiful woman and getting her to move in, and some initial communication difficulties between them. However, in the non-airline pilot, the boys meet Katie as she cries on the sidewalk as the breakup means she is now homeless. She ends up moving in with them because she needs a free place to stay, gets drunk and complains about everything in life. Penny, on the other hand, is moving across the hall from Sheldon and Leonard and has a job to support herself, as well as dreams of being an actress. She also recently broke up with her boyfriend, but is not as tragic or helpless a figure as Katie. She's also much nicer, although both characters have no interest in nerdy activities. Penny seems more confused than evil. It's also worth noting that Penny ends up befriending the boys despite being able to ignore them, while Katie needs them to avoid becoming homeless. The original Penny was very cruel. Kaley Cuoco's Penny has softened her interactions with the other characters. Although Katie and Penny are similar, viewers thought the former was too harsh on Leonard and Sheldon. While the problem wasn't Amanda Walsh's performance, the character of Katie was written as being much more antagonistic to the 2 main characters. Given how quickly Leonard and Sheldon endeared themselves to fans, it's not surprising that Katie's tendency to pick on them didn't work out well. The best thing about Penny and how Cuoco played the role is that despite her usual indifference towards the boys' academic and nerdy interests, she wasn't mean to them. Penny may have cracked the occasional joke at their expense, but ultimately, she is a trustworthy friend to them all. No matter how much Sheldon irritated her or Howard irritatingly flirted with her, she offered help when they needed it. Although Katie only appeared in 1 episode, she could have changed over the course of The Big Bang Theory if she had stayed. It was a little disheartening to see how she treated the 2 main male players in the series. It's hard to say if The Big Bang Theory the popularity still would have exploded if CBS moved forward with the show's original pilot. However, looking back at its 12 years on the air, it's hard to imagine any other character playing the role that Penny played as an audience surrogate for the show. It is true that, although The Big Bang Theory there was some problematic treatment of her character, especially in the early years of the sitcom, no one can deny that Cuoco had great chemistry with Parsons and Galecki, as well as the rest of the cast. Penny went on to have the best arc in The Big Bang Theory. Where Penny ended up in the end showed the most growth of any other character.